He is risen. He is risen indeed.
Resucitó, Él ha resucitado.
What an incredible Resurrection Sunday we have, and so many that I remember meeting Brentwood Presbyterian at the border to lead them across into Mexico to set up, to build homes. Brentwood Presbyterian was part of the first group of people that built homes in the Tijuana dump. And we were a year ago celebrating on March 1st our 40th anniversary, and it was one of the last events that we had. We had a whole year planned to celebrate, and the pandemic hit and took control, and things changed drastically. We are coming back, and we are so excited. And even though we're not with you in person today, we're excited to be with you. This has been a challenging year, I know, for you, for others, people throughout the United States. But I want to tell you a little bit about what we've dealt with. You know, we recognize that across this international border that we work, in Baja especially, that things are fragile, more fragile, especially just normal life. But having the pandemic hit made us realize even more how fragile it is and how important the work that we're doing is and how important your role has been in making that happen. We lost several people. Many of our staff members in Mexico lost family members. But three I'd like to mention today is Carlito, who was our caretaker over in Puerto Peñasco. He and his wife both developed COVID, and he passed away from it, a beloved team member. And much of the time, the reasons that people died in Mexico is because they didn't have the resources that we have available to us. And then this January, one of our greatest losses was Pastor Hortensio and his wife Elizabeth. And they worked at Tecate for many years and were part of the ministry planning board for 25. And I know that the resources, the lack of them, probably played into their inability to fight this ravaged virus that has taken so many lives. And so we find that our work, even though we haven't been able to build houses, didn't stop. It became different. And the opportunity that we have because of the resources that people like you have given us, we've been able to continue to serve in this time of fragility in Mexico.
We know that we are always better when we can bring people together to build homes and manifest our risen Lord in that place. And we do look forward to the time when we get to share hugs and handshakes and high fives together. In the meantime, our teams in Mexico have been working diligently to continue the ministry that you've been a part of for so long, building houses, distributing food, trying to get resources to family in need where it's most needed. And so thank you for being a part of that. Thank you for raising funds for Amor Ministry in the year of our need. We look forward to having you back as soon as possible, and our team is working diligently to make sure that we have good protocols in place so that we can receive groups as soon as border restrictions are lifted and as soon as it's safe, not only for our team and your team, but for the families we serve alongside in Mexico.
And we want to thank you to the youth group for thinking about us during this time and throughout the year. I think our long relationship going all the way back to the 80s and the tradition that Brentwood had had of spending their spring break with us in Mexico has not been lost on this age group all these years. Almost over 40 years of ministry, and you've been a part of that. Like I said before, you have been such a big part of it. You believed in us early on, and when a lot of people thought we were too young and we didn't know what we were doing, Scott and I know Brentwood stood up for us, and we were young and we didn't know what we were doing, but we knew this is what we were supposed to do. So we rejoice today on this Easter Sunday. He is risen. He is risen again.